Good evening, all. You are welcome to this session that will be helping you to learn how to contribute to Wikidata. I think some of you already know how to contribute to Wikidata and why it is important to contribute to Wikidata. But this session will, if you don't know yet, this session will help you to know why it is important to contribute to Wikidata and how to contribute to Wikidata. But what is Wikidata? As a friend you will say, Wikidata is a database of databases. But the truth is that Wikidata is a knowledge base that helps people with structured data for free. What do you mean by structured data, or what do we mean by structured data? Well, the thing is, data stored on Wikidata rather, is structured because it can be queried. You can ask for a specific amount of things, a specific number of things on Wikidata. For example, on Wikipedia, if you're familiar with Wikipedia, you cannot query how many students or how many female in Nigeria graduated from UNILAG, for example. You cannot get that specific figure. But on Wikidata, you can get how many people graduated. You can query for how many people graduated from UNILAG, how many female graduated from UNILAG, how many male graduated from UNILAG. You can query, you can get that specific amount, that specific information you want, because the data is structured. Structured data helps it easier for programmers to query for the particular data they want. It helps it easier for data analysts to organize data and query for that specific data they want. And it is important for Nigerians and for Africa at large to store such data, to have like a database, a data bank where such data is stored, because data is no longer seen as something important in Africa. Things or informations are underreported in Africa because data is not available. So Wikidata is important. It's something that is important for Nigeria and for Africa as a whole. And it's a privilege. You should take it as a privilege as you are taking part in contributing to data on Wikidata. I take it as a privilege also. I know you will also do the same. The beautiful thing about Wikidata is that knowledge, information, or data found on Wikidata is available in more than 200 languages. More than 200 languages. It covers a wide range of languages. So it is not limited to only English. It covers a wide range of languages. So the Wikidata has all of those advantages. Those are some of the importance of Wikidata and why it is important to contribute to Wikidata. But how can you contribute to Wikidata? How can you create an item on Wikidata, edit items on Wikidata, query items on Wikidata? All of this starts with creating a Wikidata account. You might wonder, do I need to go ahead to create a Wikidata account if I already have a Wikipedia account? Well, the answer to that question is no. Wikidata and Wikipedia are sister projects. They all fall under the Wikimedia Foundation domain. So the account you have on Wikipedia also works on Wikidata. So if you already have an account on Wikipedia, no need to stress yourself to go ahead to create an account on Wikidata. Just go to wikidata.org, log in with that same account you have on Wikipedia, and you are good to go. Well, if you don't have an account on Wikidata or on Wikipedia, go to wikidata.org, select create account as you can see on your screen, and you fill in your details and you are good to go. Now you've created an account. What do I need to do? What do I need to understand to start to contribute to Wikidata, to start to create items on Wikidata? First of all, you have to understand what an item itself is. What is an item? A friend will say an item is anything you search for on Wikidata. Anything you enter into this search bar on Wikidata is an item. That's what he usually says. Yes, that is true. An item is anything you actually search for on Wikidata. Anything that represents anything, any human knowledge is an item. It could be topics, it could be concepts, it could be objects, it could be persons, it could be places, it could be animals. Anything at all is an item. Anything that represents things in human knowledge is an item. For example, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the governor of Lagos State, is an item. Lagos State University is an item. The 2018 World Cup is an item. Any other thing you can think of. Street names are all items. All of those are items. Well, now that you understand what an item is, how do you create a new item? Well, once you log in your account to Wikidata, you see this highlighted text here called create a new item. At the top left corner of the screen, click on it. It opens this page for you, create a new item. This session was held on in LASU on the 20th of March 2021, and we created an item for a popular professor in LASU, Benjamin Aribisala. So we are going to be using this slide, but I know you all want to get the practical understanding of this. The truth is that after this video, the next video will show practically how you can create a new item and how you can edit it. An experienced Wikidata editor, Mr. Ege Aigoswa, will be creating an item for streets named after women or after persons in Nigeria. He will also be editing such items. So watch out for the next video. All of this will be shown to you practically. I just want you to get a knowledge of all of this so that you understand the terms. So when he's using those terms in the video, you'll understand what each terms mean and how to apply them practically. So let's get back to what we are saying. Creating a new item. So you enter the name of the item, the label. The label is the name of the professor here in our case, Benjamin Aribisala. His description, Nigerian academic. And his alias is professor. Then you click create. You've created an item. Now, note that only users with a certain level of edit counts can create an item. If you just created your Wikidata account, you can't just go ahead to go and create an item because it will take time for Wikidata to approve your item. So what do? You edit. You edit many other items and have a couple of edits, close to about 10 to 20. Then you can now create an item. But you might wonder, how do I edit an item? Well, to edit an item, you have to know these basic terms: statement, property, and value. Remember, Benjamin Aribisala is an item. We just created that in the last slide. Is that not so? Now, under Benjamin Aribisala, we have different statements that all contain a property and a value. This, for example, is a statement. This box here is also a statement. This box here is also a statement. This box is also a statement. This is the property of this statement, and this is the value of the property. Same thing, property, value. Instance of is a property of Benjamin Aribisala. Then the value is human. Country of citizenship is a property of Benjamin Aribisala. And the value is Nigeria. Languages spoken, written, or signed is also a property, and the value is English. And that's how it goes on and on. So you have to understand that an item is made up of a statement, and statements are made up of properties and values. Don't worry, you will understand all of this when Mr. Ege Aigoswa gives you the practical understanding of how all of this can apply to creating and editing an item. So just watch out for the next video. Now, how do I delete an item? If I created an item and I want to delete it because probably I made a mistake, how do I delete an item? Only admins can delete an item. So what do I do? Well, you have to make a request, a deletions request. You make it through a link. It is important that you give a short reason why you want to delete such item. But most importantly, only users with a certain number of edit count can delete items on Wikidata. Now we've seen how or why it's important to create an item to contribute to Wikidata, how we can create an item on Wikidata, how we can edit an item on Wikidata, and how we can delete an item on Wikidata. We've seen I don't want to use practical understanding, but we've seen we know what all these terms mean, right? Yes, we know what all these terms mean. So watch out for the next video as Mr. Ege Aiboswa walks us through a practical understanding of these terms and how we can apply it practically. Thank you.